A relationship reading is like one of my most favorite things to do. So, not only do I get to locate my client's Akashic record for them, but I also get to locate their significant other's Akashic record as well. And what this does is it really gets my client in touch with their soul level gifts and talents so that they can love and appreciate and reconnect with themselves at the level of soul. But they also get to hear about their significant other's divine gifts and talents as well. And I cannot even tell you how absolutely supportive this information is. It really allows my client to see what makes their significant others tick, and not at the level of ego, but who they are at soul level. And really, so many things make so much sense. So this allows for both partners to really appreciate each other and themselves all the more. And I like to say that I put people in touch with their divine soul level gifts and their divine soul level quirks. Because what makes us quirky is what it makes us unique, and that's what makes us divine. And when we know who our husband and wife, our boyfriend and girlfriend is at soul level, oh my gosh, like that just makes for such an abundant and loving and wise experience with the other person. Um, I've also done this relationship reading for parents and their children as well, which is a different relationship that we haven't really talked about here. But man, what an amazing way for a parent to get in touch with their small child or their teenager's divine gifts and talents. Like it's just such a beautiful process to facilitate for somebody, and the just it's joyful and it's fun to really connect with our loved one at the level of soul.
I,
Oh,
I, I will interject and say that you've done this for me and my son, who's now 8 years old. And this has given me such insight to be able to honor him and to understand him because I'm divine love. He's divine power. And that combination can be just so intense. And
oh yeah.
it's led me to such understanding of his way of being. And without that insight that I've received from you, there would be sometimes that I would be a little bit lost. And with that reading that I received from you, it's been able to really nurture our relationship. It has been one of the greatest gifts of my life. So thank you.
Oh, you are so welcome. We're so welcome.
Thank you.
So after the loved ones are put in touch with their soul level gifts and talents, and please know that like the other person who you're exploring the relationship with does not have to be on the phone with you receiving the reading. There are some little stipulations with this. This can be about your husband, your wife, because these are people we share space with. We live with them. We create our home life and our family with them. It can be between a parent and a child, but this cannot be about somebody who we just started dating, who we're not living with. It can't be something that comes from being merely curious or being really fearful, making sure it's okay. There are lots of amazing astrology readings you can go to for that. But this about like the person's soul and how the person's soul is made, unless like you're living with somebody and you're in that level of commitment with them, you don't have the right to know that information about the person's soul. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Well put. Well
Yeah,
put.
okay. So the other person doesn't have to be on the call with you because there are like I've read for some people where their significant other, like what I did really wasn't like their thing. But what we do is we record each session so that if my client gets brave and wants to share it with their significant other, the information is there. Um,
Now,
Also,
is this a permission based call? Do you ask their significant other if they can do it?
I would encourage that. However, if somebody is living and sharing space and married and in a committed relationship with somebody, the other person, like who the other person is at soul level is really affecting my client. So in this case, it's okay.
Okay.
And this is like a very rare case where that's okay.
Okay.
So, so in this reading, we like in this relationship reading, after putting my client in touch with their divine gifts and talents or partner's divine gifts and talents, I also like to look at what lessons both of the souls came here to experience together, like what they're teaching each other, what kind of choices they're making together, the loops they find themselves in. We shed light on all of that. And we also go into anything that might be causing my client or their significant other distress or disruption within the relationship. And just like with the other Akashic record reading I perform energy healing work to clear the records of the karmic blocks so that both people can have the experience of their soul selves with each other and their relationship together.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I can say firsthand that it has been absolutely life changing for me, and the results have been astronomical. So, thank you.
Thank you, and you're welcome.